Model railroaders. Gonna do a brief update here on my snap switches. I've been working today on the north side of my layout. I painted the cork here so when I ballast it I don't have to be too close to my in here to my switches where they turn. And I also went ahead and, even though I'm going to use my snap switches for a while, I went ahead and drilled my 1/2-inch holes where I might need them for tortoise switches. So right under here is a 1/2-inch hole. So everywhere there's a switch, I put a 1/2-inch hole. And I won't buy any more snails or tortoises right now. So what I've done is under this building, there's a little DCC controller. And this is a DigiKeys. It's made in Holland. I don't know if I'm saying that right, probably not. But right now, I have it connected to my track power through these suitcase connections, and then also into the signal. You have to put the signal in there so it can pick up the snap switch controls. You can control 8 snap switches. I have more than that, but the two like here and here that connect the A and the B track, I'll actually run off just one connection, wire them, twist them together underneath. And I may have to reverse the wires to get them to move in the opposite directions, but I've done that on my original layout and it seems to work fine. So I should have enough ports on this thing to run all the snap switches here on this layout. It's pretty easy to install. The one thing I did wrong is I lined it up on my table with the wording, you know, facing the table, without thinking about the fact that when I go to install these wires on the back, I really can't see the holes. So I did that wrong. I should have put it on there the other way, but I'll eventually get it working. A little more about this controller. You push the program button and then you enter on your DCC controller accessory where you want the DC numbers to start. In my case, it's 10. So it'll be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And you can't control the numbers except for the very first one. So that's how you can set numbers for all of them. And the little building covers it up nicely. And I may get a couple of more of these and use them up on my original layout underneath buildings. So that's how I'm going to control these snap switches. I've got that all painted so I can be careful ballasting around the points on the track. And I also filled in the gaps where I had missing ties. When you put this flex track together, you typically have to take out 2 ties on the end to get your joiners to work. And then you just shave off the plastic cleats that hold themselves onto the rail and just slide them back under there. So I never throw those things away. I want to make sure I have plenty of them. So that's kind of a brief update on how I'm doing my snap switches. And I think I'm pretty well done with the track work. I still have to finish attaching some of the snap switches, but the track work is pretty well done. I might have one other spot I have to work on, but I've been filing down some of the joints that don't feel good. I run my finger over them, and if they're too much of a bump, then I'll get a little file out and I'll carefully file down one end of it. So the car should run over it easy. Since I'm done with my track work, I'm going to start working on the models now. I think I have 8 different models to put together. So I'll work on those for the next month or so. That's an update on how I'm doing with my track work. Also wanted to show you how you could still stay with your snap switches and use a DCC controller to run those. It works just like my Smails do. You just put in the address number and hit 1 or 2 to make it change. So thanks for watching.